She was ratchet. And all these thought you they can't stand. Hold up. My rollers on fleek. Hold up. My diamonds on fleek. Hold up. I got gold on my teeth. Hold up. You got rainbow on your feet.
Welcome to the Zono Sports Show, where you know Zonos. Now, of course, big night last night in sports, big last couple days, and we got a big couple weeks with the playoffs and everything approaching us. The end of the year is near, and we come to a new year, a new beginning. Now, the city is too lit this Thursday morning. Why do I say that? Because I'm in Louisville, and they just beat Kentucky. Kentucky loses to the number 10 Cards, number 6 Kentucky, 73-70. 50th battle for the Bluegrass. A lot of good basketball played last night. Now, Lamar Jackson and Ashley Judd had a front row seat to see all of this. Now, Quentin Snyder, that's Q. No, this ain't Love and Basketball. That's Q. Quentin Snyder, not Quincy McCall, okay? He had a career high 22 points, 10 for 19 shooting. The man was a man possessed last night. Quentin Snyder really neutralized this Kentucky defense by getting into the lane, finding great passing lanes, and also he's really perfected his floater. Now, I wonder who his trainer is. Oh, I know the guy. You did a good job with that guy, Morrell, I must say. Now, Quentin Snyder, I really like the fact that he was able to shoot the three as well. What that did was really stretched and extended De'Aaron Fox and Malik Monk, because it gave Louisville an opportunity to get the ball down low, get it to Jalen Johnson, who added 14 points. So Quentin Snyder, great game last night, sir. Keep developing. You're starting to look like a premier ACC guard, and you did it on the grand stage last night. So congrats to him. Back in the day, he was a kid. He's not a kid anymore. So good job. Now, Deng Adele, 18 points. Donovan Mitchell, 13 points. They really added points everywhere on the floor last night. I really think Rick Pitino did a great job of making sure his team played team basketball. There was no one-on-one or hero ball that was played. Everybody just did their job, which is why I think Louisville came out with the win. Now, by taking away Malik Monk, getting him in early foul trouble, he only got held to 16 points. Yes, he almost heated up late. However, they were able to keep his head right underneath that boiling point. Okay, so Malik Monk, he can't carry that team, obviously. De'Aaron Fox played okay, but they've got to get some points off of the bench. They had chump points off Coach Cal's bench, 12 points off the bench. Derek Willis had 6 points that he added to this team, to the game last night. Now, he's got to shoot better. Derek Willis, you come off the bench, you're supposed to be a guy that can hit those three-pointers. You went 1 for 5, sir. Kentucky will not win if they can't get production off of that bench. I don't care how good that starting five is. People saw last night the areas that they're weak in, and one of those areas is a guy by the name of Isaiah Briscoe. Briscoe, you've got to develop your game. All that rushing to the rim, trying to bulldoze your way in, that's going to get you a bunch of charges, and that'll get you in foul trouble, and you will not be able to contribute on the floor, Mr. Briscoe. So how will Kentucky fix all of this? I don't know. That's why they pay Mr. Coach Cal up there in Lexington. So we got to see what Kentucky does to make adjustments, because this Louisville game is a blueprint, even more so than the UCLA game, because this is two different styles of basketball. Where you saw UCLA run up and down, you saw Louisville turn it into more of a half-court game and force these freshmen to play a basketball game and not just a track meet up and down the floor, getting up as many shots as they can. So how can Kentucky adjust to these type of game plans if a team as good as Louisville tends to transition to that half-court offense? So look forward to seeing that. Now, also, another big story of the night, Mr. Grayson Allen just got the wrong kind of shine again. Now, dude is tripping, literally. For the third time in the past 3 seasons, this year being his junior year, last night versus Elon in a win, he trips a player, Santa Ana, and goes off on the bench, and he's throwing a tantrum. Grayson Allen, you're better than that. I love the competitive edge. I just talked about you because you got a slammer jammer in Vegas against UNLV. However, Grayson Allen, man, you got to cool it, man. Because if you trip somebody and hurt somebody, then I think the punishment could be slightly more severe. Also, NBA scouts are looking at this, man. You're going to get paid, Grayson Allen, but what you're doing right now is knocking your check a little bit. Don't knock your checkbook. Just chill out, play basketball. Stop tripping, guys. Especially for this being a third-time offender for tripping. Come on, Grayson Allen, you are tripping. So hopefully Coach K teaches this guy, and he may have to suspend him. Now, if he does suspend him, some people are saying 5 games. I'd say a game or 2, maybe 1 big ACC game. But I don't think this is anything along the lines of a punch or elbows that are being thrown. This is just a mischievous act by a player who's trying to be competitive and lets his frustration get a hold of him. But he's got to learn to control that. No more tripping. But I like Grayson Allen as a player because he cares. He's not lazy. He hustles and plays defense. I like this guy, okay? He's not a Westbrook hustler, but he's more of a Tyler Hansbrough hustler. The guy that goes after every loose ball, the guy that's trying to score, but he's got to take this dirty stuff out of his game because he'll get a bad rap, and you don't want to be Christian Laettner 2.0. You don't want that action, Grayson Allen. Now, in the NBA, LeBron and the Cavs, back-to-back nights against the Milwaukee Bucks. They had a home-and-home series. Now, yeah, they got both dubs, but Malcolm Brogdon, the rookie from Virginia, he did a hairline check on LeBron James. He did a nice little underneath the rim, other side, slammed on my man the other night. But yeah, they did lose those games. But LeBron, starting to show your age. That's the second time in maybe 5, 6, or 7 years. Jordan Crawford a minute ago, the kid from Xavier. But we will see if LeBron can stop these posterizations from happening. Because you're LeBron, you can't have that happen. Now, I can't think of how many times Kobe's just been slammed on. I mean, I remember when Chris Childs gave him the 2-piece. Bah, 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 bah. I remember that against the Knicks. But LeBron, stop letting these young boys dunk on you, okay? It's not a good look. It's not a good look. And I know you're champion, 3-timer, but you got to chill. You better chill. Christmas Day, that looms when the Chef and the New Look Warriors, they come to town to face LeBron. So he's got to get ready for that game. But I definitely had to shout him out and advise him to stop letting the lane become a launching pad for all these young boys coming in the rim trying to rock you. LeBron, step up, step up. But I will say that the Cavs do look good, and that'll be a good game to watch Christmas Day. Warriors, Cavs, got to see it. Hands down will be nice. KD's the new addition. What's going to happen? It'll be a nice-looking game to check out. Okay, also, tonight, stay tuned to the NFL because Giants versus Eagles tonight. Now, the Giants, they're the only other team in the NFC with 10 wins, and the Eagles, they've floated a little bit to the bottom of the ocean. Now, they've lost 5 straight games, and the NFC for the Giants is just a bonus at this point. They're in the playoffs, I would think. Now, if they lose tonight, it may get funny, but I'm pretty sure they've got the wild card all wrapped up. But they do have the 2 wins over Dallas. Dallas still 11-3. 12-3 maybe. But this will give the Giants an opportunity to try and close that gap a little bit and potentially win the division if Dallas loses again, because they would hold the tiebreaker because they've got 2 wins over the Cowboys. But I just don't think the Cowboys will lose to the Lions, and I think they play I don't know who they played last game, but it would be interesting to see what would happen if the Cowboys do lose, because that would be a tough wild card matchup for most teams. But I think they'll win the division. But this is a big game tonight for the Giants if they want to cement themselves a playoff spot. Now, Broncos versus Chiefs, that's a popcorn game this weekend. Why would you ask that? Now, you'll want snacks to watch this yawner, okay? The reason I call it a yawner is because Kansas City, it seems like when it gets cold there, they play slow ball. Nobody likes to watch slow ball, especially with football. Now, this will be a defensive stalemate. And also the quarterback issues with the Broncos. Trevor Siemian, as I stated, is not the guy. He's not the guy. Get him out. This division importance in the AFC West for this game means a lot because, I mean, of course, the Raiders are the king in that division. However, can the Broncos get a wild card berth? Even though they may not be able to win the division, they've got to win their next few games. They've got 2 left, I want to say. So, can the Broncos do what it takes on the road and then win their last game to potentially get in the playoffs? Because this has been an up-and-down season for the ex-Super Bowl champs, but I think they can get it together. I think the Broncos have what it takes on defense and in the running game to do something. But can they stop the Chiefs? because, yeah, you held Tom Brady to 16 points, but even if you hold Alex Smith to 10, can you score more than 3? That's my question for the offense. So looking forward to seeing what happens with that game, even though it is a yawner, and I'll need a bag of skills and everything else. We definitely will have to check that out. Now, another interesting story in the NFL, Odell Beckham Jr. fined $18,000 for his Craig Sager cleats. Now, this is why they call this the No Fun League. NFL, loosen up on shoes, man. They should be able to express themselves, show a little kick game. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with getting a little flashy with the shoes as long as they're not too demonstrative as far as personal messages and things like that. I definitely think the NFL players should be allowed to start doing more with their shoes and their cleats. It's entertainment. Loosen up, Roger Goodell and these owners. But I don't blame Odell Beckham for paying that $18K for Mr. Craig Sager, one of the best sports sideline reporters ever. And condolences again to his family for his loss to cancer. Craig Sager, great person. Did a great job at what he did. I watched him since I was a little kid. But shout out to Odell Beckham for even doing this and thinking of it and doing it in his remembrance. Pay that $18K. You got it. You got it, Odell. You got that money. Now, Michael Floyd also, blood alcohol level 0.217 during the DUI arrest. Faces jail time. The Patriots did sign him off waivers the other day, but you would think, do they release this guy because of this? Even though they just signed him, I don't know if can they do that? I mean, but do they release this guy because of the details that have now come out? So it's crazy how stuff can negatively impact you way later on based on decisions you make. That's just anything in life. So hopefully Michael Floyd, he learns from this. And he maybe does get another chance in the NFL, but he'll definitely have to do some thinking for sure, because it sounds like he's in some trouble. Now, next show, check it out on Tuesday. Now, this weekend, while you're watching all these sports games, make a Throwback Thursday post today, maybe, and hashtag it's Oh No Sports. You watch something on TV, hashtag it's Oh No Sports. You watch something and you see it and you're driving, hashtag it's Oh No Sports. You're at a church or a funeral, hashtag it's Oh No Sports. Because why? Zonos Sports. So make sure you tune in so you can get the juice. Thank you for watching the Zonos Sports Show, where you know Zonos.